Hello, welcome to a very special edition. I look very tired. The light's very bad. Welcome to a very special edition of Audition Diaries because it's a callback edition. I got a callback for a season of plays, or shows I should say, because it's like there's musicals and stuff too. I auditioned for a musical they were doing, but they called me back for a play. And I get to go do that today, and it's down by the shoreline. It's like a little over an hour away from me, so my mom decided to tag along because the audition's in the morning, so we're just gonna go hang out after, although it's really gray and gross out, so we don't know what's gonna happen. I'd be curious to see what we end up doing, but yeah, had work yesterday, was able to print off my sides, was able to, I reassembled some brand new headshot resume combinations because I redid my resume, like redesigned it, and I hadn't switched the rest of my headshots over yet, so I got that done, and yeah, regardless of the outcome, I got a call back. That's like a big deal for me. I haven't gotten a call back in quite some time, so join me, why don't you? It looks like I'm slowly turning green. Don't worry, it's just color correction because I've got some very red pimples on my forehead, and like concealer does not cut it, so I fashioned a little color correction concealer with some eyeshadow and some old concealer that I really should probably get rid of. The one thing I have to do, I just bought setting spray for the first time ever, which is something I should have invested in a long time ago because my makeup just melts off my face. Or it doesn't melt, it's just like my skin gets dry and it cakes off my face. And so by the time I get home from work most days, everything's just gross and shadow has fallen and it looks like I have dark circles and I don't. Definitely going to do a not super dramatic eye, but like just bring out my eyes. This is just a darker version of kind of what I do on the daily because I don't want to go too nuts. I use eyeshadow for contour, don't come for me. Contour was such a thing for me when I was in high school. Not for me specifically, but like doing super severe like contour was a big deal. I have no idea if I'm doing it in the right order either. I just need them to see that I have cheekbones and I have a chin, because sometimes from some angles you can't tell. You just can't tell. I'm gonna finish this off camera. This is the full fit. I have not worn this shirt in a hot minute. I'm also debating hair up or down. No idea. Okay, I'd want to neaten it a bit. No, this looks nicer and probably more true to what my haircut would be if I did it. Or stick with hair down. That's what I'm confident with. So, we are back again. Excuse the background, there's a lot of stuff. It's been about not quite a week yet since the callback. It was fine. It went like as good as I could hope, and that's what you want. You don't want to feel like you could have done better. And that's kind of where I was at. Met some cool people in the waiting room. Really, like, I mean, the thing lasted all of like 15 minutes. It was pretty long. I read with 2 people. Obviously this is my first callback in a minute. So yeah, I read with a couple of guys. I have no idea who else they are seeing because the cast is pretty sizable. It was a nice little space. It was by the ocean, which would be kind of cool, especially since I'd be down there like in the fall, like late summer, early fall. These houses are gorgeous. Yeah. But look at, and there's a bridge between the two islands.
That's a bridge.
Do you see that?
Yep. We're in the Thimble Islands.
Oh my god. I didn't even know we had islands. I always wanted a house with a turret. There's so many nice houses. They've got like a balcony thing, like on their roof. And then afterwards, my mom and I drove to Mystic, which is another town down by the shore, to get some lunch. And we went to the bookstore, and I will show you what I got because it's my channel. I can only really, so one of the other books is under a huge stack, so I'm not going to bring them all out, but the main, like the headline, it's a little crooked. The main headline is I got Hanya Yanagihara's other book, her newest book, To Paradise, which I've been dipping in and out of it. I'm not that far in. And then I got Brutes by Diz Tate, which has been on my list for a little bit. It's new, so it hasn't been on my list for too long. And then the other book I got was Hello Beautiful by, if I can read it from here, Anne Napolitano, which is a weird, twisted retelling of Little Women from, like, John Brooks' perspective. So if, for those of you who don't know Little Women, that's Meg's husband. If you read the description and you know Little Women, you pick up on it, but it's not like a super obvious retelling. Like, none of the names sound super familiar, but you can just tell who's supposed to be who. So I got those 3 books, and then I bought a hat. I have a hat from that bookstore. It's called Bank Square Books, if y'all are curious. It's a nice little bookstore. Deceptively large. Like, it looks small from the outside, it's not small. So I have 2 hats from Bank Square Books, one that's blue and one that's green, because I wanted a green one, because my blue one, I have a lot of blue clothes, so I just didn't want it to be, like, all blue. And we got lunch. I got fish and chips from a nice little seafood restaurant. We got some candy. It was drizzly, but it was nice. I didn't film too much. We filmed a couple of roadside attractions. Like, you can keep driving. What is even on top of it?
I don't know.
Are those, oh, those are bunny ears.
Yes.
We should ask them where they got them.
Okay, hold on. Done.
Those are bunny ears. They're like on his head with jumper cables. It went well. I've heard nothing. I have no clue what's going on with it. But I feel good about it. I know all of my videos have been audition diaries. I did not expect to have this much to film. I'm hoping to maybe come up with a few more just sit down things rather than vlogs, although I don't really know what you guys prefer. But there's just like some subject matter, like some subjects that I wanted to talk about in terms of like theater and acting and in general. That is the callback edition of Audition Diaries. If you would like to follow me elsewhere, all of my social media stuff is down in the description. If you want to follow me on TikTok, here's the code right here. And yeah, you can follow me Instagram, TikTok, and those are 2 of the places I'm probably most on all of the time. So I guess I will see you guys next time.